While I'm on the subject, our lawmakers now are openly discussing taking small business owners out of the equation. How are they going to do it? They're going to do it through lockdowns. So they're going to do lockdowns, which is going to finish destroying the economy, finish destroying small businesses. It's not going to hurt the big globalist chains. It's not going to hurt big box stores. It's not going to hurt big corporations. It's going to hurt Mr. and Mrs. American who put everything they have into a business to try to have a better life. These small businesses are about to suffer. And we actually have lawmakers on Capitol Hill who are saying reimagine America. Let me tell you what reimagining America is. It's the same socialist Marxist playbook they've been using. That actually came from the Marxists, reimagining whatever. It's whatever they reimagine, it's a Marxist society. So that actually came from them. Now, what these lawmakers are talking about right now, they're talking about re-implementing the lockdowns, making it nationwide. Why make it nationwide? Because there's a lot of small businesses out there in red states that are flourishing. They can't lock them down. They're not locking down through state government, but they can put a federal mandate out there and force the lockdowns. At that point, these small businesses that are flourishing or just barely hanging on, whatever you want to say, across the country, there's some that are flourishing, there's some that are barely hanging on. The ones that are barely hanging on will die. These people will lose their livelihood. Why are our lawmakers doing this? Well, they want to reimagine America. So not only are they talking about finishing killing the economy and putting Mr. and Mrs. American, who's put everything into these businesses, on the shelf, basically running them out of business. But then they say that the government will control the loans on who gets to start new businesses. They'll control the loans, they'll control the approvals, they'll control the business licenses. By doing all this, they control who succeeds and who doesn't. Folks, we have got to get it's getting to the point. China's already, openly saying they control our politicians. They're already openly saying it through Wall Street. But now our own lawmakers are sitting on Capitol Hill, people we elected, people we voted to represent us, trying to figure out a way to put us out of business so they can control who does have business. If that doesn't scare you as an American, nothing will. If that doesn't piss you off as an American, nothing will. So if that doesn't bother people across the country, then I don't even need to be talking to y'all. But the people I do need to be talking to are the people who are out there who are not cowards, who are not political hacks, who are not people who are just going to sit on the sidelines and watch it happen. This is America. This is the United States. We have a Bill of Rights. We have a Constitution. This is the greatest country in the world for a reason. The reason it's the greatest country in the world is because up until this point, we have had free market economy. We've had constitutional rights that no one can take from us. But folks, we're past that. Through crooked executive orders and flat out, these people fail to represent us at this point. They do not want to represent us. They want to control us. We, as Americans, do not have to be controlled. We still are at this point, a country that was founded on a set of principles that we still have. And we don't have to take things lying down. We don't have to be afraid of, we got, roughly 700 members? 700 members of our government up there going to tell the rest of the country, we're basically going to start giving you orders instead of representing you. Are we going to allow that? I don't know. I'm to the point. At this point, I never thought I would see the things that I already see. I never thought the country would go the way it's going right now. And it's not going that way because most of the country wants it. Most of the country don't want it. It's going that way because in these incredibly large cities where they live in these bubbles and echo chambers, and they actually think that they are somehow better than your farmer out in, Iowa, or they're better than your welder down, doing underwater welding. They think they're smarter. They're not smarter. They're not smarter than the American people. We put too much trust in them, and we have went to work, done our jobs, counted on our government to do the right thing, but they're not doing the right thing. They are selling us out, and it's starting to snowball at this point. If we do not get it under control somehow, some way, we as Americans have to get it under control. And I don't have all the answers. What I do have is I know we can't comply. I know that we have to stand up and speak. I know that we have to spread the message. Everybody, every social media, every big media out there is going to try to shut us down. They don't want us talking. They don't want us telling the truth about stuff, because the second Americans around the country start waking up and realizing what's going on, it'll be done. It'll be over with, because Americans will shut it down. We have the greatest gift we could have by having a free market economy, by having the freedoms that were given to us by our forefathers. And if we squander it, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, 5 generations, 10 generations from now, will be the ones who pay. And we really, really need to consider what's going on right now. Like I said, I don't have all the answers. And at this point, I'm not going to say I'm fearful of any of this, because I see it ending up one of two ways. Either we will lose our rights as American citizens, or eventually, who knows, they may cross a line into tyranny, and we might have to, defend our constitutional values. We don't know. But what we do know is they are openly saying these things. And that should send a chill up every American's spine for them to openly say this out loud. Because at this point, they do not represent us. They think they control us. God bless. Have a good night. At this point, folks, y'all make up your own minds, but we are in desperate trouble.